it just hooks to, one side goes to each half of the dipole wires. That ladder line is real stiff wire.
Yeah.
It's copper rod. So I suppose if you bend it too sharp, it might break.
Right.
I use it, I figured how I would have fastened
He said about the time he noticed it's not broken, but we had that one major winch. So when we did.
Well, I'm sure it's hanging up there with an open pulley. So shouldn't have to climb the tower
Yeah.
to fix it.
That's this tower's one that's got no straight bars around it, it's diamond up.
What are you talking about?
Waltz tower. I went up because I had to go up and get the Kovacs so I could hook into the other one I worked on. Some reason that connection was not.
Yeah, if it needs it fixed, I'm sure some of us could do that. It's gonna be 30 degrees.
Well, that's what I said, Joe, want to get back above zero.
Yeah.
I know they redid his bell, and that was messed up. One of them. It sounded like he switched the radios wrong.
You got the door?
We did, we just didn't hang on to it, General Purdy was all the way to Mexico City. Well, we weren't smart enough to do that.
HF, something on one of the buttons he must have.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, Milo.
Hey, Carol. Howdy. Feel better, Joe?
Compared to what?
Well, here's the.
I should go sit in a corner somewhere where I'm not gonna affect anybody.
Well, that's where you were at the meeting, way over here.
You know, I'm gonna go because I'm sick.
Oh, not supposed to be that.
No, you're a Packers fan, that's what that's wrong.
Well, I'm very proud of my boys. They played really well.
Kick the kicker.
Yeah, they did a good job.
They did a
Well, I
great
was
job.
enjoying the first part of
Did
the
they?
Seattle
Watch
game.
Yeah.
Quite well.
It was a wonderful game.
And then I
It
was
a game
wondering
for
how
the
the Vikes
ages.
were
It was tied when they quit.
I was glad to see him get beat.
They
My boss and I don't have an
Hey,
I'm rooting for the Seahawks.
I'm completely
Immune.
immune.
Well, this is the weirdest
Remember
thing.
how little you won by.
I don't wanna get
It started with a weird
I
muscular
don't think
thing.
you're gonna have a trouble.
My ankle.
I kept looking at the.
I was sitting one day and then I got up in my ankle. I felt like I had a sprain.
I kept saying.
And I mean, it
Where?
hurt.
Where?
It looked like, you know, I've sprained ankles playing basketball and football.
It's not a gout, do you?
Be about the only big
You don't
count.
have a gout, do you?
No, but it just happened and it was just, I was just sitting there minding my own business.
They keep on showing that white one.
Okay, so then
I mean,
the ankle
yeah,
thing
they
kind
keep
of
on
straightened
looking
out, and then I started getting a running
I don't
nose.
think
No, it wasn't the kicker's
Then
fault, it
turned
was
into
this
drop.
fence, it wasn't his fault.
Whatever this is.
It may not
Yeah.
be placed right, bottom line is they should.
And,
And
now
even
my back
the fumble,
feels
if you
like
look at the image of that, they
I've done something,
Peterson,
you know,
okay.
how he
One
get
guy's
a
got
ride
your arm
back.
down back over this way, the other guy's
But
punching
you
on
got
the
West
wall.
Nile, huh?
So,
But there ain't no mosquito.
Either that or I pissed off some Haitian. I might QRM to Haitian and he can get off the head of her chicken. Ever
You
since.
spent your water.
That's a little too much horror for you.
Could
he
be.
did good on mine. Did you hear about the Somali restaurant that got firebombed at Grand Forks?
Yeah, I heard about it. What?
Did you, yeah.
They nailed the guy for throwing a Molotov cocktail
in
through the
there.
window.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they should not only
But-
nail them,
but-
they should go away.
But there was
That's
more,
right.
but there was more involved with that from what I heard. Now, what's the truth? Don't know. But what my wife heard was that they were denying entry to people if they weren't their people, whatever their people were,
Might be
at the
good.
restaurant. So there might be more involved in it than just some stupid redneck doing it.
It's still, that's not a
It's
response.
still a stupid
No.
red
No, I got it, I got it. I just said, my question is more the other side of it.
Yeah.
What's going on
Well, you
here?
know, the thing that really kind of distresses me about some of this crime stuff that we're seeing in Minot.
This is Grand Forks.
No, I know, but in North Dakota in general, when people do these horrible violent things, I mean, first of all, this whole business, I listened to the Democratic debate last night, that was pretty funny.
Was that a mistake?
Seems to me you grew up near South Side Chicago.
Well,
All this violence.
Well, my hometown has gotten so violent. The problem isn't guns, the problem is violence. I mean, that's the problem.
Well, there's no
It's a lack of respect
Right.
for human life and
Or
human
property,
person.
Yeah.
or property.
Or
No,
property
no, no.
for that matter.
The problem is politics.
Yeah.
No, that's it. It's a character issue. And there are a lot of people that just don't have it, but they
We
don't
had a-
respond to fear.
Well,
And if you take the first kid that gets out of line in your classroom and you do everything short of castrate him and make him learn the soprano parts of the choir, the next kid is thinking twice before he does it.
The
Not
other
today's
side
world.
of, the other
Not
side.
in today's world.
The other
The
side.
kid will come back with a gun and shoot
Wait a
you.
The
minute,
other
wait
side-
a minute. They don't do like they used to. When I went to school as a kid, if a kid didn't behave, he was sent up to wherever the alternative was. The guy told him, either you behave or we'll take other action. If he went up again, he went home. He went home for maybe a week.
Yeah.
And he was told at that time, if you don't behave, you're gonna be expelled. And parents took a pretty good interest
They
in what
don't
the
do
hell
that anymore.
happened then.
Some of them.
Well,
But,
the kid gets on
the
video,
outcome
posts
of
on the
it
internet,
was
and everybody on the
you
internet's like,
didn't
oh my
have a
God.
kid going to
Better fire the
school
teacher.
wasn't behaving.
But I think more than that would be more like a great awakening, where there's an idea of order and responsibility and.
Well, what Jeff said is absolutely true. I mean, the world has changed.
Yes.
I mean, it really, truly has changed, and that's the problem. It's not guns or knives or machetes or Molotov cocktails or.
There's no-
The kid with the
Well,
smartphone taking video of the whole thing, now they have evidence to charge you with a crime.
Well,
Well,
Or whatever.
that's the
I mean-
crime has become so dang good. Parents that does what my dad and dads before me and even me put a kid over his knee and paddle his butt.
You mean
Hell, you
Well,
go to
see,
prison
now
for
that's
that
assault
now.
now, that's assault.
If somebody.
But it did teach limits, and it also taught
Yeah.
immediate retribution for the pain and, you know, as long as it wasn't delayed too long.
Well, there's no, let's just put it this way, guys. There's no debating with a 2-year-old or 4-year-old. If they're doing some life-threatening thing,
You
like
gotta
running
stop.
out in front
That's
of
true.
trucks.
But if
you
he's a
stop it right
5-year-old
now.
kid or a 7-year-old kid.
You may be able to talk to him, but that was pretty stupid for a long time.
You know, I can remember one time I gathered all my friends.
When it's good SWAT
We
comes, they
picked
ask
all of
you
the
to
apples
open your eyes
on
up a little bit.
the damn tree.
It took
or
quite a few
the
years.
sheriff, you know?
Oh, when the
And they
razor
weren't
strap came out.
exactly
I
right.
needed
My
more
father's
persuasion
been
than
looking
just
so
the,
baffled
my dad
for a
had
while.
me, Hastings, you know,
They come old father and set me up
Hit me with
in
it
my
once.
room.
all he had to do, I
sat
could
there,
roll his eyes to where he.
nothing to eat
That's
until
why you want
9
razor
o'clock
strap.
that night.
You
Then
want-
he come up and
Well,
paddled
the
my
thing I always
butt.
liked, I'm not a
And I was so
smart boy.
damn happy to see him and get
Balance
my
was
butt
fine.
paddled, you couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's over then.
You just think back to how people acted, how kids
You
acted
did go over?
in the 60s and 70s, rebelling against everything, you know. How their parents were like, you can't do that, you can't, it's the same basic
And
thing,
don't
it's
smart
just
out.
different
No.
generations.
No, well, no.
The
The most dreaded words I could ever hear was wait till you go.
Oh, yes.
Or the school would say,
Today,
Well, we're gonna, back to the school, when the school is corporately, probably complete.
See, that's the problem.
I want-
You want, do we wanna call
So
your
why-
dad? No, we surely don't wanna call dad.
It's trusting me because a
Let
lot
me,
of
if
these
you have to
guys
get off
are
work, come down.
smart.
I've got it. You might as well clean yourself,
All
because that's
because
what you're gonna
we-
miss you were. I never had that, but they made them up.
I always like.
That wasn't no big, because I knew the answers were there. All right, gentlemen.
Have a good one.
Among other things.
Well, some single moms do a really good job.
Oh, hey, Milo.
Yes.
They do
I
superbly.
talked to Brad this morning,
Half of that?
and if you see anybody, all of you, talked to Brad this morning, that license that he's got for the repeater up there,
Yeah.
that the frequency was licensed to it's either Ward Williston or Williston Ward Oil Company.
Yeah, Ward Williston.
Ward Williston Oil Company.
That's it.
And that will, if you look that up in the FCC database, it'll tell you the frequencies.
Yeah. And they
So we
got
know
a-
the frequencies
they got a
are-
Well, we don't
business
yet, but
at
somebody who knows how to do that.
So he's just using an oil,
No, he purchased the license from somebody who purchased the license for commercial licenses from that thing. But if you look at the frequencies, those are the frequencies in the business band he's got up there.
Ward Williston.
And if we can hear that repeater down here,
we're in.
What the hell's the name of the town we go through when we go to Canada? West Hope, yeah.
yeah,
They're at West Hope and they're at Williston.
yeah, so anyway, he's right up there.
Started at West Hope, and what they do is service well. They got equipment to pull the rods up and all that kind of stuff and service wells.
But he was trying to check the left net last night. He got in his truck and he drove all the way to 5 miles east of Kenmare, where he could hear our repeater just fine, but he couldn't get into it.
That's mobile.
Yeah. So, it's right on that hairy edge where you drop off, because that's not terribly, so it's probably 20 miles from his place.
Does he have a background?
Yeah, he's got a nice, it's a dual band Larson mag mount that Lynn gave him, and it's really a nice antenna. I mean, it's a good
That
antenna.
hand of yours is swollen on that side.
You're right, it is.
The other one,
The other one.
yeah, a little swollen on the top.
Ah, shit, that's, whatever's going on with me, it's not pretty, I'm a mess.
To the hospital.
I was yesterday, not the hospital, the convenient care.
Did he
Oh,
tell you
hospital.
did he tell you what to do?
Yeah, he says,
Stay home.
take this pill I'm gonna prescribe for you and go home, drink a lot of water.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I don't know, it's just, but this back thing was just kinda, really.
We need to get him working somehow before he loses interest.
Oh, I gave him an HF rate, one of the
Yeah.
ones that we got. And I gave him that little tuner and a bunch of my copper wire that I have.
Oh, okay.
And he put 100-foot wire receive antenna running from his house to some object, a tall fence pole, and then
Yeah.
maybe there's some in between. And he hooked that up and he was listening on 80 and 40 without too much trouble. The last night he said he couldn't hear anybody on 20, and I said, well, at 9 o'clock you probably
You
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
And I said, well, he said he waited until sunup and he listened again this morning, but he didn't hear anything, and I just thought, well, not necessarily. Plus, he's got that tuner. You get that thing,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be really sharp up on 20 and 15 and 10, until he figures out where it is.
You're looking for DX BP8 STI is on from South Sandwich.
Yeah, I saw that.
And beam heading about 140 degrees. And he's down in the Antarctic. And I could barely hear him on 17. But, that was all this morning I listened.
Maybe I'll listen tonight, see.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's on.
But, boy, some of those pilots for those DX guys are impressive. I mean,
And
they're
that's-
worse than
that's
N1A.
pretty rare,
or N1, W1AW/0. That was enough for me. I mean, I've never had a Q rate like that at anything before. The real problem is QRL.
Yeah.
These guys are knocking each other off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, anyway, but Brad seems real interested. You have the tuner out, he's got this long wire set up. And I said, that's just fine. He was gonna go buy a dipole. And I yelled at him, I said, don't you
We
dare
can make
do that,
one,
we
yeah.
got the stuff, I think we have the copper well here.
I've got a roll of yours that we used out at Jim's.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't know how much is left on it, it's down towards the bottom.
But I said, wait until spring, and we'll build a dive hole for you.
Okay.
For now, you cast your general, and even, we can make that long wire of yours a transmitter.
Jesse's working on his general.
Just what I was gonna say, Jesse's planning on getting ready for the general. Jesse? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyway, he is pretty gung ho right now. But we'll get that antenna to work. And I said, look, I basically yelled at him, I said, do not go out and buy something like this. Take what you got now, make incremental improvements, and decide what you like to do.
Yeah.
And how you like to operate, and you don't go out and buy an $8,000 antenna system. That's just a mistake. You make small incremental improvements on what you like to do, and take it away, and you're gonna find different things at different times. So, we'll see if he pays any.
Yeah, you might end up with a G5 RV if you want. It'll work, you get the bands, you know.
Yeah, I mean, or he's got the room there to have a, an 80-meter dive, a
You can do a 160 without any problem.
which I'd say is a better deal. Then you get resonant antennas on 40 and 80, and then you can tune the rest of them.
But if you can't put up directional antennas, put up doubles. Doubles work all the time.
Yeah, and I said,
And they're cheap and they work.
and I said, really, you don't know what you want until you've been around here and done it enough to
Something.
kind of.
And you can run one dub, if you got a place where
It's
you
like a
can
big
put the
table.
first one up.
That's probably an oil
You can
thing or
keep
something.
running
Sorter or
them
something.
Off the same damn feed line. Yeah.
But, it's so, there's so many people out there that will take advantage of folks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was really interesting. He got all excited about my plot that I was on there. And when he was over there, we worked, 10 was open, and we worked a couple of south there.
Yeah.
First call,
Yeah.
So he decided that he needed a quad, so we called up Cubics.
So,
And they talked him out of it, which I thought was amazing. They talked him out of their product.
Because of the what, upkeep troubles?
No, because of well, that was part of it. It would be a new ham.
Wow.
They
Yeah.
said, you don't wanna do this.
Yeah.
And I thought, boy, there's somebody with
That's
some
pretty
character.
nice, pretty decent, because that's the truth. You don't know what they get into. And they didn't want to start answering questions for the guy.
Well, not only that, but if
He
it's a
tried
new,
to put it together and it didn't work.
he told them he was a new ham, and they just basically said, why don't you wait a little while? We sure like you as a customer, but let's wait a little while.
Yeah,
Let's-
right.
What
Pretty
you wanna
nice.
do now is put up wire antennas.
Boy, that's pretty nice.
And I thought that's, for a salesperson, that's really
That's
smart, actually.
Yeah, it is.
well, with a lot of the amateur stuff, there's usually guys that are hams that are on it.
Yeah, some of
Yeah,
them.
as long as the guy's name and put them on the mailing list.
They're good.
That's what they should do.
He's got real estate.
They probably did,
He can buy his, whatever he needs from them. Whatever we don't know.
But there's a lot of, there are people out there that'll just, well, come on, I'm sorry. These guys who are selling dive holes, are you serious?
Yeah.
For about double what it costs you to build them yourself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, shipping too.
Yeah, I
I bet
mean,
they're more than double.
Oh, yeah.
and then how do they even deal with the coax?
Well.
You have to get a barrel connector to bring it in, I mean, that's just unconscionable, but people buy them, and it's usually guys like.
Not only that, there were a lot of, there were a lot of guys that sold dummy loads that were supposed to be antennas.
Oh, manufacturers do that.
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh, do you remember?
Tunes all man.
Well, down the road, we were
Doesn't radiate.
3 miles.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Jerry knows John, you'll meet,
Yeah.
if you come down to Davidson, I'm gonna meet John Reeser, he comes up here. He's one of the funnier guys I know. But when we were kids, he saved his money and saved his money, and he lived in a small city lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and he had been using just a kind of a random length wire with a goofy tuner thing, okay? So he saved his money and he bought a Gotham vertical. And he said, all the verticals here, guys come over. Well, we rode the bus all the way, and it was like an hour and a half bus ride from our house to his house.
Yeah.
My
Transferred
house.
3 times.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, actually, yeah, 3 exactly. But we got to John's and he's opened this thing up and it's a pipe.
Jim.
Good morning.
Yeah.
It's a pipe.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a pipe and a coil and a couple of alligator clips.
Yeah, right.
And he's looking at this thing and the ad said, work the world. And you
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, it didn't explain that you better put in some radio. So we put this thing up and it resonated. You got a nice flat SWR and he couldn't work anybody.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on here? It resonates on 80 meters.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you know, no instruction, no nothing. They just sent him this pipe.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he paid, he paid, what was the time? Took him weeks of work on a paper route to get that.
To get that thing, yeah, oh,
I
yeah.
like the birds.
I remember the
That's such a good
Gotham
idea.
antenna.
What was this?
The isotrons, I bought a couple
Oh, yeah,
of those.
those look good, don't they?
I remember the.
That big
Gotham
giant coil.
when they
Those
had it
bird feeder, yeah.
outside.
So you had a couple
10-meter beam.
passes had.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
In the middle.
you know, is what they had, more pipe.
Well, they say
They
they'll
were
work
good.
them up 150 feet or so.
You go in and sell them for dirt cheap,
We ended up
$5
selling-
or something.
Coax is
Yeah.
probably doing as much as the antenna.
Yeah, well, new hams will do dumb stuff.
Well, you know, the isotron, I guess when you get them at, it's a capacitive antenna, right?
Yeah, it's a big coil with a passive.
It's one of those things that what Nels was playing around with years ago, you know?
Yeah.
And it works if you get it up at 70 or 80 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't work too good at
You
12.
know that
20.
Mosley beam that you got?
Yeah.
I bought that thing, the first one when they advertised it. And that's when if you went to a ham fest, oh, the old boy was there, he had the beam on one end of the thing and a big meter on the other end to show what happens when you turned it. He would sell it beams
direction,
like
wasn't that pretty
going
good
on
for direction?
style, you know.
Wasn't that kind of good
Because
for
it
direction?
Yeah,
would
because-
either go up when the
Sure.
beam came to it, and when it went sideways,
Sure.
it dropped down. you
Because
know.
Yagi had invented the Yagi, well, he didn't do it, he was one of his graduate students that in Japan, what, the
Yeah.
late 30s.
Yagi Udi, there's 2 guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was just reading about that yesterday.
But that antenna, I paid $99 for it. That was back in well, it was about 2 years before I moved to mine, 1957.
That's when gold was
That's the
32
antenna
bucks
he's
an
got
hour.
on his house.
Yeah, they probably build them like that anymore, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So that aluminum wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was Mosley.
I've only had it down once.
Yeah. Well, I had it up for years and years and years till the damn, Chester's Tower fell down and Prairie Publics fell down and mine got ice on it and it bended enough. So the insurance company bought me a new one and I sold that one to him. He straightened it out and put it up.
It's still
There wasn't
running.
much bend on it either.
I don't think I had straightened it. Maybe I made one almost.
Oh, there was something. Anyway, they paid me for the antenna and they paid me.
It's got the 40-year add-on deal too, but I would never put that on there.
Yeah, well, that I got for nothing from,
I think my trees are short
from,
enough.
HDD, from Johnny Walker.
Oh,
Johnny Walker had.
that just makes a rotatable dipole.
That's all it is, just adds on to the,
Then you gotta put guy wires
truss.
And then you gotta put, ropes,
Yeah.
not wires, ropes, yeah, but the 40-meter add-on kept. But I never put it on the antenna.
You had the 40-meter beam.
I have it the same way as you did. Johnny had it the same way as I did. He got a hold of it or bought it. And I'm sure he bought it through Bob
I
Brown.
wonder how all my antennas are affected by my house, cause my house has steel siding on it, right up against everything, and,
Well, it depends upon how close you are to it.
well, the antennas are above it.
Yeah. and I don't
That's the
think
question,
it's
if you read
affected that
through your
much.
roof and you got antennas,
It
wire antennas over the top of your roof,
It
what type of reaction that's gonna be?
wouldn't,
Well, it might be good.
over a half wave above anything. on the
So,
frequency.
You say you wonder what kind of
I don't
reaction
know how
that would be,
well-
what kind of reaction is that?
That siding.
If you have a metal roof and you put it 3 feet above the roof,
Hooks together.
Yeah.
hanging, you know. peak
Think of a
heat or something.
capacitor, Jim.
Huh?
Think of a capacitor.
Oh, that's right, dielectric, and then,
I don't know.
Air dielectric.
I
Yeah.
got steel siding on my house too.
What did it?
Yeah, and I put it on after the antennas
surprising
were
things
up,
work though.
And I didn't notice.
Well, the nice thing
any
about wire antennas, they're too dumb.
You know, from loading standpoint.
Oh, yeah,
I
radiate
never
somewhere.
Gave it a thought.
Well, it's only a dielectric force on one
I
side.
think
but
if your
it's
antennas
pretty open.
are well grounded and.
Well, the siding, my siding is grounded.
You're gonna
because
get some
I had to
reaction, but.
Oh, sure, I mean,
It's not always-
Jim, have you ever like had an old TV with
I had to
rabbit
go around
ears
all my
or
windows
even an
with
FM thing and when
a
you
piece
walk
of
around,
tin,
that's
about an
capacitive
inch
interaction
wide or a little wider.
between you and your
Just
body.
nail down around the
So
windows,
that,
the
you
doors,
get that.
and then all that is connected to
Or having that needy.
Good or bad?
about a number 6.
Ever have two
Putting, holding with.
Why you have it
Attaching
on?
the tin foil.
Yeah.
Tune some of it out.
Wire is coated.
Just to pick up signals in my.
And then you can change
Wire,
the angle
wherever
treatment
the
on the antenna.
wherever
It's
the
not
capacitor
directly over
is.
the
Yeah.
ground.
Plate the antennas
It's
the
offset
other
a
way.
foot.
Well, you can,
No,
you
you're
turn
turning
your walk
yourself
into
into
it.
Strip
Yeah.
the insulation on.
You're turning yourself
And it's
into
just
a
fast.
I already
Nail
figured out how to
it.
do that, I was gonna buy a
I don't know how.
Hold up, put a PVC pole on top of the pole,
Galvanized
notch
nail,
it,
galvanized
and
tin.
the antenna wire.
Yeah,
Check
probably,
it.
yeah.
I don't,
Take it out.
I've never seen that
Off the
done
roof,
since
and
then,
then have
so
it go
they
down the
must have
outside.
changed that code.
As opposed to.
I don't know what the object
I don't know either unless
It's
it
supposed
was.
to be.
The nice thing about
It
doing
was
that,
a
eliminate.
lightning.
Like a lot of
Well, you also
grounds
take
with
the-
the-
Then it goes all the way around the house, and
Antennas
then there's a
too.
ground rod in the southwest
Oh, yeah,
corner.
that's an off chance kick in.
I don't think that went on meant for the
Yeah, it's gonna
line
take
on.
like,
If you're up there,
Yeah,
you know, with
siding,
the
yeah,
snow,
I
it's got to be
the
snow.
old
To
side.
be honest,
Yeah.
Jim, I don't think this is bacterial, what we're
It
doing
would've
is
went on bad if
prophylactic.
I'd stripped it all
You know,
off. That's what
They stripped it all.
Well, even
all
if
my
it is,
stuff,
even if it is,
siding
maybe 3
off.
days, at
They
least the
put
body
some damn
builds
kind
up
of
enough of the
plastic.
anti-
And I looked at it, correct,
antibiotic
that's how
Yeah,
they
starting
breathe,
working
all
itself,
they
you know.
breathe out and don't breathe
That's
in.
that Tyvek.
Yeah, well, at any rate, they wrapped the house.
That's what I was
in
told
that,
by a doctor.
and then they
It takes
put
about 3
steel
days of
siding
taking
on.
antibiotics, but it's like,
And,
body
I
has
haven't
to
paid any
get around to it, start killing
It
whatever it's
didn't,
killing.
as far as I'm concerned, just make
To
it.
hear how
Did you just give me the mega dose?
The antennas function.
Kind of depends on
That's
the.
all
I don't watch
they-
the news very much.
She was-
They never
they
gave
kept
it
on the
a
phone.
thought.
When I was in the hospital with pneumonia years.
Until
they
recently.
gave me-
Oh, yeah, well, they pump you full of big fluid and stuff. It's not like little fill, yeah.
Within
No
hours.
bank is.
Well, yeah, but they're pumping you full
Yeah.
of,
No
much
person,
not big.
higher
not
concentration.
good.
That and
Somewhat of a
saline.
Let me get a careful what I would be saying.
Why?
Okay.
Like it's a
In
much more
cons
higher
saying
concentrated
nobody's
stuff.
above the law.
Pill
But the
that's-
Right.
doublets, they all work the same. as
FBI
they
definitely
did
investigated
everything
her
else.
and found her husband's found.
Well, so anyway, I'm excited that Brad.
Yes,
Right.
it doesn't mean.
What do you think?
That's hard when you're all by
Well,
yourself.
might not.
Well, they might investigate Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Do they broadcast? No, that's the Republican Party saying, well, they're under investigation, that's scare tactics that they
They're not
always
supposed
use.
to put that out.
Oh, God. Just because you read it or you see it on advertising, doesn't mean it's true.
I worked
I just
at
thought it was kinda cute.
K5
Yeah.
on,
Comes back to bite her.
Ready,
Too.
and,
Don't bother anybody else.
on,
And they had.
That's political, that's not
They
good.
had both of them arguing over who was the best on gun control. who
and
was-
I heard him on radio.
Oh, was this a Trump and Hillary discussion?
Hillary
No,
first.
they can-
Oh, okay.
I wanna
I don't watch
take
that
it up
stuff, so.
on 12.
I don't either, I'm so glad I don't.
Oh, no, it's all right.
I catch little snippets here and there of, on the internet, and I don't want to watch any of it.
Right, right. So how many, Democrats are running?
Shouldn't have trouble building that.
3.
Really? I don't know, I thought there was one person
No,
running.
there's 2 running. Well,
I thought Hillary was running, that's it.
One guy, he's not doing much.
Hey, Bernie, his chips
Hillary
are
running
on
to
The
the.
little I watched their stupid debate crap.
Did you watch that last night?
No, my sister came in, or my daughter came in and told me about it, and I'm like, no, I'm watching phenomenal.
What's in there, Jerry?
So, who came out on gun
Sanders
control?
took after her.
They were arguing
You
on
can wear it up in your
Hillary says
waist.
she's better on.
41 Democrats and 50 on
I
Republicans.
consider it what?
Oscillator.
Hillary said
Oh,
she's
they
stronger
Told
on
us
gun
control
control.
of our ERC constant over here.
Stronger on-
Capacitor.
Additional gun control stuff.
Oh,
Just a little 8-pin chip.
So
They're-
is she?
I don't know, I
they're
thought Trump was really
probably
good until I heard
circuit
the snippets
breaker
of what he was
used
saying, and it was like one.
What's called
Yeah,
live
it's
thrust.
Bernie voted with the.
Yeah,
They'll start this timer running, and then if something doesn't
What
happen.
he's saying may
before
not be good.
Time's out,
Don't
and
accuse him of being
Well,
a genius.
their position in guns out,
They said that he
because
wanted
you
to
say
read
that
it.
when you get into
Can you
office,
do like
look
a-
how far
Well,
we went. Would he, did he do anything? No.
Well, actually,
Not much.
right there.
Well, it scares
No,
them.
no.
It increased the gun sales by a zillion percent.
That's probably.
But it says read the internet.
I'm sorry, Art,
You
what?
can't be on this.
What? Oh, he's saying he wants to raid the internet.
Or what we
Well, I heard a snippet that said that, Trump would say, would, get rid of the internet if he felt like it. That's a snippet I heard somewhere, I don't know where it came from. I heard it somewhere. I heard it somewhere.
That's somebody screaming.
Yeah,
That's not true.
Send me money, so I can prevent it from
Now,
happening.
don't
No,
accuse the guy of
researching.
being stupid, he ain't stupid.
I went to Mauser and I typed in.
He's
I
done the
searched
best
for
job
kids.
of handling the media of anybody.
actually,
he's ever had.
one of my sons and I are
Cause they have
having
all these kits
a-
for microprocessor
not a dollar
development.
bet, but
I showed up in there.
debate,
So I don't know.
trying
I
to
still
realize
go
whether
to
or
the league, they
not Trump
have some stuff.
is
Well, I looked
stupid
there
enough
too,
to keep
I
making
looked
the
at Hendricks.
rash claims
They have
he's
a lot of
making.
QRP
Or
stuff.
when he gets in the election,
Talking like
will
40,
he
45
switch? Because he's
yeah.
plenty smart. A lot of people say, he'll
And
cook
all
his
you
own
have is
goose.
regeneration.
And I don't think that's true. I think he's smarter than you think.
True, pretty well.
I found this.
Sharp boy.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen this
The
before.
truth of the matter is, the media.
I don't know how I ended up on his site, but it was some,
Boy, he's gonna wreck the damn Republican
It was
Party.
his site.
And
He had a
so
whole
they
record of
encouraged, and
Okay.
they
I don't know how I
started
ended up on it.
Clinton, and they
He had,
started.
he's got some other
publishing,
stuff in
and
there,
they
he's got a.
started, feeding everything on every
Direct
newscast.
conversion
You
radio
don't
that
see a
possibly
newscast
you
for
can
what
do.
they don't talk about Trump.
Right.
Yep.
Well, the truth of the matter is, media found out that,
Be over there 12.
you know, everybody knows about Trump. There isn't a guy in the nation now that doesn't know about
Yeah,
Trump.
that's right.
And
Yeah.
what's
Well,
happened is,
right.
they're finding out that a lot of these guys, they're not Democrats, but if they got them to the polls, they always voted Democrat. You know, in other words, they're not
That's on both sides.
politically astute people, they're not a real Democrat, they're just,
Probably.
they just vote with them when they get to the polls. And a lot of those people are Trump followers.
Yes.
And of course, what they're finding out now is that that's beginning to affect their liberal aspect, the media is.
Yep.
And
How many laptops?
now they don't
Just
know
one
what the hell to
laptop?
do with it.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
He's not following their
Yeah.
model. The way
Well,
they
that's
want
one,
it.
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons we like it.
If we
So
have
tired
all
of it.
that text.
And don't ever accuse Trump of not being smart. He's sharper than a damn tack.
Well, it makes a great election.
You bet.
We need to have controversy, that's all.
And you can, and they can ask him any damn thing in front of any damn.
And he'll have,
Yeah,
and he'll have a response.
He doesn't have a prepared, he doesn't have a prepared paper or a teleprompter,
No, boom,
You know.
yep, boom, yeah.
Well,
He doesn't
that's
know, see, that's the problem with somebody's been
Well, you may not like it.
When he doesn't know,
But
he'll
from a
say, gee,
media
you know, I don't know.
standpoint, you don't
I'm not just saying that, some of the stuff he's done in his personal life and business life over the years, some of those can be kind of questionable.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but they haven't,
The difference
damn
between
careful.
Carson and Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, lots.
When, a lot, but one of the main differences is when Carson doesn't know something,
Right,
he would just say, gee, you know, I don't know that, I'll have to go study.
right.
Which is a good answer, but.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Trump will just make some shit up.
And he knows what will sell while he makes it up. That's the thing.
Well, I think at this point, if you're a Trumpite, you'll buy anything he says.
Well,
He said that
no,
the moon is made of green cheese, they'd buy it.
Well, that,
Yeah, well,
The moon has oil, we must go there. So does Mars.
It'll be
Diamond,
sure he had
diamond.
But there are people, the same thing with Hillary. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong with those emails. Come on.
Boy, she made a mistake in that damn debate last night.
Oh, yeah, what'd she say?
Well, what she said was that anybody that how to go, that anybody that didn't do things right or is guilty should be punished. And even the wealthy should be punished that don't do things right. And there's nobody that can escape being punished if they do it.
That
Boy, did they
Some
take
Federal
after
Reserve
her on
and all
Twitter.
That's okay.
Holy
I don't
man.
disagree.
In other words,
No, I don't either.
It's a campaign promise, or campaign lie.
She certainly does.
Like,
You know, she's not a dummy either.
Yeah,
She somehow graduated.
Campaign lie, you know.
Twitter just lit up.
Makes her look good to the poor people.
But we'll see.
Rest people don't give a shit.
It said, what she said on the tweet was, no bank too big to fail, no one too big to go to jail. She thought
That's
it sounded
what
really
she
cool
said. That
and
was
everything. Yeah, it does.
That's
Just
what she
remember
said.
what you're saying.
And of course,
Why?
Twitter told her there
Just
there
because-
are
What's your
people
point? That's
that don't
sarcastic.
go to
She's under
jail.
indictment
And
by
maybe
the.
you're one of
Yeah,
them.
She's
You know.
under investigation by the FBI.
Lots of people can be under
It doesn't mean
investigation.
squat.
Doesn't mean a thing. There's
You're ragging on my parade.
Well, you're
You
saying,
see that
you know, I'm a police officer and I think you did something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell everybody, I think you did something.
I
There's been no fact to
heard-
it at all.
Yeah.
We can play that game.
Yeah, and-
And I'm not saying that's the case here.
The other thing
But what
she
you're
did-
doing
No, it
is you're
wasn't Trout
committing
Amber, it
without.
was, the colleague,
Yeah.
the guy.
Again, it's a lie now, you know, it's
And
campaign
what she
promise.
did yesterday,
Clinton's
she
no either too big to
wrapped
jail,
herself
too big
around
to jail.
in this debate.
Tweeter backfires. I don't know why it backfires.
Well, people are counter tweeting like, oh, does that include you?
Sure it does.
Yeah.
Well,
She's saying that.
Part of the reason is
She's not afraid to
that
say
it's
it.
the FBI
Okay.
that's going through all her.
We gotta be gutsy enough
all
to
the other
to
stuff
say it.
that
She,
had.
you know,
Of course,
why would you make a
they
comment
nailed
like that
Petraeus
about
on
her
this
when
stuff,
Trump
and
said
they
something like
nailed
that?
a
You
lot
take a
of
read in
people.
stride. You wouldn't even blink your eye if Trump said.
Oh, not even as bad.
Oh, wow.
Not even
That
as
kid in the
bad as
submarine.
what
I
he did.
don't know
That's
what
right.
happened.
Oh.
And of course, the FBI.
No, the Trump phenomenon
If
has
they
produced,
decide that she should be indicted, I mean, the guy.
interesting
they're doing
effects.
the check.
Well, the other one, news
They'll
story
take
that
it
got
out,
my attention
and
was the
in
Americans
her
that were
case,
caught in Baghdad and were
Former
brothel.
Secretary of State, and they'll go to the.
Really?
president
Brothel
before
Baghdad?
they
So
take
what?
him.
That was my point, the brothel in Baghdad.
yeah.
And, so she's trying to get along.
Well, so
with
what
the
Americans were, I don't read this.
What do you think?
Oh,
So
yeah.
are we there?
See if I can find it here.
It just sounded funny.
Well, you find,
Because there was.
Americans in, brothels down in Las Vegas.
That
I got
is
that.
interesting.
They're not legal.
We'll comment about it.
Pollyanna was saying, you know, the guys that was running the.
I was just surprised they had.
So who is the Americans that they're even making a comment?
Oh, I don't know, probably the
He
state
says
park guys.
he really
Oh, probably was.
Yeah.
That's
something.
right.
So was the Secret
Reading
Service?
it was on that because.
Yeah.
then
Well,
he
they got
said-
one down there.
He also said that.
And more importantly.
You know, you have no facts here. Say what? One guy, five guys got caught?
But
Were they actually involved?
Were they reading the
Which
place
was damn
there?
first? We're gonna start that.
But
Not
more,
with you,
but
I
more
mean,
important
that, you
news,
know, she was
Penthouse
wrapped
shutters the
herself
magazine,
around.
everything's gonna be digital.
Gonna be what?
Penthouse shutters their magazine.
Because the other aspect.
Oh, that'd be
of what
better for
Harrington
Now it's
keeps
crisis.
talking about.
I'm sorry.
It's funny how we go from,
Penthouse.
from around to a penthouse.
Print
Biden
media
knows they
to go
lost.
to digital.
Oh, okay.
All of a sudden, Biden.
It makes
What, that's a crisis?
Yes.
Who says that's a crisis?
For somebody that doesn't like digital.
Oh.
Pirates are gonna love that.
Well, Playboy is.
Well, they sure don't want Bernie in there.
All done.
Going soft.
That's which way it started out.
Then way more soft. Well, they never did get
Well,
raunchy.
if you live
Playboy never did do that.
to a lot of the peace Democrats.
So anyhow,
That's what they ask.
some of the big stories.
And,
I was just looking at-
take it away from the
Yeah.
government. Said
How do you do that? I've never done that.
I have no idea.
I have it finally. I
Well,
don't have an
I don't
engineer,
know how to do it.
I don't know quite why.
But they're missing.
But everybody has them, so I'm not happy.
We have to sign up.
As I said.
Well, you go on.
No, actually, for a lot of them,
Facebook all the time.
you can type.
I think a lot of problems
Well,
that we
yeah,
have
well,
is
everybody
post.
uses-
Well, you
Then you just
First
post
of
like,
all,
wait for
run
period
the
something,
bank
I don't know how
disaster
she was doing it
in
on her
07,
phone.
08, whenever.
And she was just trying to talk.
That
to
was-
as
us.
long as you do with Instagram,
That
basically,
was
once
You
you
didn't realize where everybody
Unfortunately,
sent it to was like
That
40
should
people.
never have happened.
And then
Just
just
kinda like the
Don't
same
do
old
that.
thing on Facebook.
Do what?
I don't care what most people are saying
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to do
Yeah.
crisis here, or,
Yeah.
you know, somebody caught, well, somebody's caught in Minot, we don't
There's-
think national
but-
news, what the hell, people are people.
Because
At
everybody
some point,
was
they put their whole
trying to
life on
allow
it, they just
for the
farted.
credit rating or-
Yeah.
At some point-
Whether he worked or
Oh, they
whether
get
he
these
didn't.
alerts.
Nor does it make
Some
you,
point,
because I fart green gas, does not make you a bad politician.
No,
Whether it was in the Bush
we can get some
administration
heat off.
or in the
Where it
House,
came from.
or
Not the issue.
whatever, should have been putting up red
If you
flags
good-
saying.
good politician.
Yeah.
Like it,
Actually, Bill Clinton.
And I talked to a.
You know,
soft
stumbled and
he
mushed
had a
through
paper
that
friend.
affair he had, and
it
fucked up.
was the affair that,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he did it in Oval Office
And
and the
he
way.
asked him.
Oh, I don't know
But the
about
big
that.
thing, well, not,
No,
not at work, you know, you
Right.
work somewhere down the hall.
What did Kennedy do in the Oval Hours
Well,
too?
again,
And
not
you
until
knew you were-
do it somewhere else. That's
Wrong.
supposed to be properly.
And you knew you should stop drinking right now.
When you're
Well,
out.
the point is
So
that,
wrong. But you just
Clinton
kept
had won
having one drink
for another
after
term.
another.
Probably wouldn't be one. But the thing about it was.
Even after all that shit,
What they,
he still
what they
won.
really burned me for was the line, not the, anything else, because all the other stuff they
You
got
aren't
in
rolling
the,
enough.
and like,
He tried to play the soft political response,
Yeah.
and, it just
Underprivileged, you know, the ones that.
backfired.
Why they're entitled.
Was not what people wanted to hear. We don't give a shit whether he's doing this or that in the first place,
And the
but.
banks.
But they like to pretend
Their own
that-
damn
No,
money.
but
So
so
is the-
that's what we're gonna guarantee it.
Yeah.
Congressmen are always
What
getting
happened?
caught.
And then away it went.
It was a-
The
it was a
minute
while.
they-
And
the minute
so
they
what?
took the-
How about the ones that do it, you don't
paper
cash?
That the bank
Well,
put
yeah.
out to these
Well, yeah.
people, that was fine. All of a sudden, AIG was getting this paper.
Certainly care how they
Well,
go,
to
who
begin
their loyalty is.
with.
well, that is
If that
important.
would've happened in some bank where.
Fannie
the
Mae and
president was
Freddie Mac started
doing it with some
bundling
other
stuff and selling
Yep.
it to them.
No, they made a huge deal out of that, cause
And
it's.
then.
Well, then-
I what now?
Oh, some bank
Pretty
president
good
was
money doing that.
screwing
So
with
AIG
home
got into
secretary.
that.
You know,
and
I believe
all
they'll
that.
have a drink too.
But then you violate- then you violate-
And then you
I believe I will have a
and-
drink.
And all of a sudden,
Anybody
then,
important.
Right.
Well, that's
they were
another-
selling
that's a
stuff,
basic
That's
guaranteeing
Right.
that the
Although
investors
other
and
countries don't have the
investors
history.
were
I know,
buying
and a lot of
the
them,
damn
a lot of
stuff.
countries,
And
the
then
bribe
all
is
of a
part of the
sudden
game,
they
you
found
just
out
have to get
that
used to that, that's the game.
Well, it's
50% of this paper that they get bundled
But then,
up.
All I can say
can't
is
throw
that
stones
there
at
was.
anybody. Our politics system has all got to do with big business and money.
Yeah,
and-
that you're right.
How the hell can you
See,
blame
that is
anybody else and
exactly
look at
what
we
you
what we're
said.
actually
But
doing?
then, once that paper was out there, somebody
No,
should
I'm
have been
glad to
saying,
see
are
you
you
let
kidding
it all
me?
shut up. Boy, sure, sure.
You know, what, the biggest mistake though.
Well,
is
but I love-
Everybody's afraid as
that
hell,
old Bernie
scared as hell
Sanders
that Trump
talked about
might
this,
actually
and he's so
make
right
a
on
strong
that.
showing.
And that
Could
is
possibly win.
glass house.
I'm really interested to see when the two conventions are over, and then we got the candidates that, how Trump will change
His last thing he did was sign the damn
Well, he's
deal
going
with
to a
Bill
different
Clinton.
market.
And
If
Yeah,
he'll
because
do
your market's gonna probably stay with the aviators too.
If he doesn't get picked, is he gonna stay true to his word that he won't go third party?
Well, they seem right there, because like you said, standards.
No,
He said he won't go third party.
To be
Guaranteed.
Go third party.
Yeah.
And then they should tell all of the.
Yeah, I bet he would.
Wall Street
I,
banks.
I mean, that'll be.
If you guys wanna be in
They
this,
said,
bank,
they
if
said
you want your
that
damn
the chances of
depositors,
getting, there are
I think
deadlines.
you better get
There
out
are
of the
deadlines you
investment
have to meet
business.
though for these different states.
Otherwise,
to be on
you
the
better
ballot.
tell your depositors.
You know, so there's things like
no
that.
guarantee.
Well, if he's saying.
That's all they gotta
And,
do.
and it's not that
You
hard.
will go-
If we did
Not that hard.
split up AT&T, we certainly could
Why
split
they
up
do-
the brokerages from.
I don't know if I believe
Hell,
that.
yes, they can, and
Not
Well,
that-
probably
do
gonna
is
be fighting
tell-
if Hillary gets
tell
it.
the commercial banks.
You know, if somebody has.
Well, if
Once
they-
you deposit,
if
guarantee you
they-
don't
if-
invest in the
He's
market.
waiting in the wings, just ready to
And that's
jump
what
in.
Black
If
Sox
she gets
played
it.
at.
If the investigation
To be
got
honest,
to a point
our-
where they
if they
actually
had done
know,
that, this would have been less
you know, that would have to
devastating.
go to the Department of Justice, or
Yeah.
that would have to go to the.
But, you
Department
know,
of-
all that-
do it.
But
all
if
that
it
would
would come to that point,
They
then.
kept working and
then
they
the
finally
Biden
got
game
this
is probably
thing
over.
through.
Doesn't matter.
The last year.
If, as long as the indictment is fair, it's okay.
No, I'm not upset about it, I'm just saying, at that point, that's when somebody else may jump in this
Yeah.
game.
Correct. The biggest mistake.
But
they
at a
ever
certain
made.
point, if you haven't got some delegates
Because
lined up,
We,
it gets
even
tougher and
today,
tougher.
we've got.
Now, if you're a
commercial
red
banks.
thing, you still have certain deadline dates.
It does,
I mean,
it does for a Democrat who's the actual main party candidate.
Right.
You don't have-
I'm not
carry that
talking about, I'm
big.
talking about the Trump became third party.
I know you're talking about independent.
He has
such a big
Not if we
organization.
guarantee him
But you still have certain deadlines to be on different ballots.
He knows what they are.
Yeah, I know, you're, I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna go pee and then I'll give them a call.
Okay.
He may look at
Assuming
it
I
and
can
say,
walk this.
I don't care, no.
Once he got nominated,
Oh.
there's no more deadlines for getting on ballot.
I don't think so, no.
That's-
Actually, those deadlines
Individual
apply to any,
Yeah.
any individual.
Individual states,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's
Even,
what.
even the main party thing, it's still.
But that,